Guys, it's Clint and Shell.
Hi guys.
Doing a wood burning video. This is the pattern. If you guys don't know, this is an aspen tree, and I love it. That's my favorite tree, are aspen trees. You know, it's really interesting, but aspen trees are like one organism, so they're all connected. So you can have a huge aspen grove, and it's all connected. So it's they're just beautiful trees. I believe they're part of the birch family. Isn't that the paper birch, the bark that goes off? Right, yeah.
No, they're not related.
They're not related. Okay, I couldn't remember.
I don't think so,
They look
I looked it
similar.
up once, and I don't think
Okay, I know they look similar. But they're just my absolute favorite. And since I do the ink blenders out of aspen and I do my signs out of aspen, of course, I think it's logical to do an aspen tree. So I have this. Shell and I worked on getting it small and fitting it on these two signs. So it's going to be like a perfect for a fall journal, but this is split, and that's one thing I was wanting to do. I thought that'd be neat to have that actually split, so you'll have this on one side and this on the other, and then we can attach them to our fall journal. I have my Woodburning workspace. I really went all out on this. It took me a while, but I made a turntable too. Yeah, I might cover it in felt or something, or that rubbery stuff, shelf liner stuff. Oh wait, shelf liner crap. Sorry, stuff is shells, crap is mine. So, if you guys don't know that, and I have. Sorry, I don't want to. So I'm just trying to show you. There, I went and drilled all these holes for my tips. I bought an extra. I have 3 pins. My wood burner came with 2, and so I drilled holes for them. Yeah, you can kind of see right there. So I drilled holes, and I even countersunk them, and I went all out. It took me a while to build it all, but so let me put this back down here. Yeah, you guys know how I am. So I have a few tips on my wood burner. I have a, hold on, that one's, this is called a spear tip. This is a writing tip. It's a very small writing tip. And this one is a skew, S-K-E-W tip, or a knife tip. A knife tip. Use these for drawing lines. Now, I'm not an expert. I am learning. So just I'm learning too. But I know it's kind of fun, and with me making signs and everything, we can use it in our journals. It helps broaden our horizon in our journal making. So, but yeah, so I have, this is, we had a person ask about my cane, how I got it all so perfect. I was going to show you the pattern. It's over on my printer. Next time Shell gets up, she's got to let the cat out anyway pretty soon.
Or what?
You got to let Gracie out pretty soon.
I know.
While you're over there, grab the pattern from my cane so I can show it to you.
What pattern?
The one we use to do this, the sticky stuff. So, you guys know I use pyro paper. Jeez, pyro paper. But pyro paper isn't sticky. This is the pyro paper, but it has a peel and stick on it. So it works better when you have outlining your stuff and all of a sudden your pyro paper comes off. So some of this stuff, I may not add these little branches right here. I may not add those, but so.
I'm sorry, what did you need?
Oh, over there, see on my printer is the pattern for Yeah, that. I was going to show them. This is what I did to the cane.
Oh, okay.
So this is,
Sorry, I'm involved.
she's listening to a video in her ear. This was the pattern. It came out of a magazine that I have, a pyrography magazine. So I just used this, and we printed it on the peel and stick, or stick and burn, for my cane. So that's how I managed to get everything so straight. So that's how I did that. But Gracie's still pissed off at me. She keeps giving me the look. So it's quite hilarious. But she's doing good. She is in the bathroom eating. We had to give her medicine. So unfortunately, she's not happy with Daddy now. She never gets mad at Mama. She's the one that does the medicine. But she gets pissed off at me. She eat it all? Did she really? And that's the crap she doesn't like.
That's the one she acted like she didn't like the other day, but I think her appetite's coming back.
Coming back. Yeah, she's been really pigging out. So today's, I think, been the day that she's eaten the most, I think.
I think so, because every time I look at her, she's eating.
So she's doing really good. I just woke up from my nap. Pard actually came in for my nap today. You know, he usually comes in, yells at me once in, and he gets his treat, and then the little turd leaves. But this time he left, and when I got to use the bathroom, he came back in and followed me, and he was laying on top of me. But it was sweet. So he's actually still sleeping in there, him and Chloe. Huh, honey? I won't hurt her no more. So you have to do your outlines. I am still a little bit peach cobbler with fresh Palisade. Well, not fresh. Well, they would be frozen fresh frozen Palisade peaches. I know, I do ramble. They were a little bit bitter this time. And, you know, we usually buy boxes, and I've only managed to get 2 boxes this year. So I'm just gonna outline some of the. This is the hardest part for me sometimes. And I do have a piece of Aspen that's what I use for my sharpening my knife to practice on my to use this. So let's see. It makes me nervous. I shouldn't be nervous, but I am. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Been a good day. I'm hurting pretty bad. I ended up putting a bandage on my foot this morning. It was hurting pretty good off and on during the night, so it was out in the car. So I went out before light to go get the bandage, and I had it on my. It's not horrible pain. I mean, I've had a lot worse pain, but it's, yeah, if I twist my foot wrong, and then it's a sharp pain. So sorry, I'm moving my cord. The only thing that I have with this wood burner is the cords are stiff. They do have for this wood burner, they have another kit to use a different type of wood burner on it, and the cord is thinner. I think it might be a little bit more flexible, but so it's hard for me. I'm trying to steady my hand. I actually have the knife, the skew tip, the knife tip. I might go ahead and use it to see if it's easier for me to handle. But that's the only part that I have a hard time with this is the cord. It really can get really tight. So I'm trying to balance my, there we go, sorry. Might move you out just a little bit since I'm kind of leaning forward, that way you guys. Whoops. Yeah, it's a little bit harder for me to do with the having the shakes. I used to have the shakes horrible, but they're not as bad. Whoops. There we go. Okay. You're supposed to draw your knife or your wood burner down when you do the lines, and I just not. That's the part I think I'm having trouble with most is I have my thing. I was hoping it wasn't going to be too loud that you guys could hear. I put my hose in a box. Was hoping now that way it wouldn't be super loud when I was trying to talk to you. Of course, I'm much closer to the camera now, so I'm sure it's quite a bit easier for you guys to hear me than it was at that one time. Guys, knock it off. Oh, cats. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna change my tip. I'm gonna try the other knife tip. I've used this one before, but this is the one I actually push instead of draw. So let me see if I can manage. Maybe it would be a little bit easier for me to, because that's what I do on my words, is I just go, I can guide it like that. Maybe. So we'll see. Like I said, I just hope everyone's having an awesome day. Really didn't do a lot. Got most of the, well, we got the roof patched. All of it went well except for we have a leak. Well, in the bedroom leaked a little bit. This is much easier, and that's the thing with any craft. You have to do it the way you are comfortable. You know, everyone else may draw it down, draw your pin down, and that's comfortable, but for me it's just not. But so I got to work on that. The rain's pretty much stopped. It's really cloudy, but it's just a beautiful day here, nice and cool. See, now this piece right here, I probably won't try to do that. Yeah. Let's see. No, I'm gonna try to do that with a different. When I do my shading, I can come out. Artie, leave her alone. Animals. But I think that looks pretty good, actually. It's awfully dark. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. It's not very high. I don't even think I have it. Now I have it on 2, which is really, I mean, low when you stop to think about it. But now aspen trees are very unusual. If you guys never really got to have never seen aspen trees, except from maybe afar, their bark is white, and the knots and the scars are black. That's why you'll see the dark black. But the oddest thing about, well, it's sad in a way too, but aspen trees, if you actually spend time in an aspen forest, the trees are all different shades. You'll see some that the bark is more of a greenish white. Here, I don't know, I'm sure other places, but we've had a lot of, I don't know if it's a fungus or if it's a disease, but it turns their bark a really pretty red as it's killing the tree, which is sad, of course. But it really creates a beautiful wood when it does it. But they're kind of hard to find that. But yeah, they're really a beauty. I just love aspens. They're such an interesting tree. But yeah, you'll have like some that will just as white as snow. See, and I'm turning my wood too as that's one reason why I put this on a turntable. I knew I don't have that control of the pen that others may have because I do shake. I have, so it does make a little bit harder. And this I'm not going to worry about because when I come in and start shading, I'll fill in it just like I would the other side. Boy, it's nice and chilly. But they're just, aspens are so much fun. I've loved making, I used to make walking canes all the time with aspen, but I would finish them like I do my ink blenders, so they were really super smooth, and then, you know, you could decorate the top, you know, if you needed extra grip or whatever. So this, I'm going to go ahead and put just a light, try to do a light crease on it. I can even turn down more. You really are able to, yeah, that way. You can even, because you know when you put your nib in the wood, it starts to cool it down. So if you take it off the wood, it warms back up, and you can always blow on your nib, your tip, to cool it off right as you're in touching the wood. So like I said, for me it's a little bit easier just to turn down my temperature on my wood burner. Yeah, you have to do everything like you do. You know, everyone's different. Our friend Debbie Andrews, such a sweet lady, she called me my new nickname is King of Miter. So mitering my quilts, because she's the one that Debbie sent me the mitering tool, that the piece of plastic, the template, and so I thought that was an awesome nickname. They also call me the King of Soft Covers, and that means a lot too. That's a very proud moniker I have on. So I have a bunch of locates tomorrow. Do not know if I'm going to have to do them. I did not know this, but they're checking power poles and the condition of them, and they actually digging down, you know, 2 foot or whatever, to see what the pole looked like. And I didn't know they do that here, and I would imagine, I mean, we're only 1 county away, that they would do something similar, but I've only seen them, they take these steel things, I do not know how long they are, and you screw them into the pole, and that tells you the density, I guess, of the pole, whether or not it's becoming rotten or anything. But these they're actually digging down. So we've had, unbelievable, I do not know how many tickets we've had for them this week. Most of them we don't have to do. I think I ended up with I don't know, probably maybe 10 or something, not 100% sure. There's quite a few, so I don't know, we'll see. I called her to see if when they were actually going to start them, because I really am not feeling up to driving all the way over there, and because I just don't feel good, you know. But I am glad that I got the roof worked on. Like I said, my ankle's fine. I think I just twisted it a little bit. It's not a big deal. For our new YouTube family members, we mark underground underground utilities, mainly fiber optics. But how I got started, I've been doing it for about 30 years. Dad and I, we walked from just south of Denver to Borger, Texas, which is in the panhandle of Texas. We walked through Oklahoma into Texas, following two Phillips 66 high pressure pipelines. And what we did was a depth survey, so we would check, you had a 100-foot tape measure, you would walk the pipeline, and you put your locator down, and you take it, it would give you a depth reading, then you would write that down. And so that's how I got into locating. Of course, Shell got into it because she helped me, you know, after we got married. Not necessarily, I think, you know, it was probably, wasn't the very first year. I mean, she went with me when she could. But yeah, we've worked together for so many years now. But that's how I got started in locating. So it's been a good job. I've loved it. And it has been a blessing, you know. But yeah, I ended up walking around 232 miles or somewhere around there. We would walk 2 miles a day. We had two crews. Each crew would walk 2 miles. So you'd walk a mile. And then you would, the other person would start, and then they would leave the truck where you finished, and then you drove and met them at the end of the other mile, and then you took off, and then, so, it was a lot of fun. It was a challenge, but there was so much to see. It was just awesome. Walked on the Santa Fe Trail, going through New Mexico, or Oklahoma. So it was a neat, lot of fun. I got to thinking about it today. Power co-ops, our power co-ops here, they have a magazine called Colorado, and that's what came in the mail today, and it had Bent's Fort in it. And we actually we walked, that was in southeast Colorado, so we, when we were off, we went to visit Bent's Fort, so that was kind of a neat thing. Shell's never been there. We went through where Dad and I walked and stuff, but I've never taken her to Bent's Fort. But it sure was a neat job, I must say. Like I said, if there's a part that I'm not really too tight to turn the turn the nib. I'll just catch it when I start doing the shading and everything else. So, I think we're gonna have potato soup with, if you guys don't know, Dad used ham shank instead of actual ham, you know, and we've done that for years, but they were out of ham shank one day, or ham hock, I'm sorry, not ham shank, ham hocks, and so I bought a ham shank, and it's the same, but there is so much more meat on a ham shank than a ham hock, and so you can buy a ham shank, huge ham shank during Thanksgiving, and so but we bought a couple of those, and I would actually grind it up in our grinder, and we use it in potato soup and beans. We eat a lot of Anasazi beans. This is the bean capital of the world is Dove Creek, which is just right by where we live. We live in Dolores County, so you know, a person could put a heart on here. That's you see them, they're kind of neat when their person will carve their name or whatever in it, and it really doesn't. That people say it kills the tree, but it actually doesn't. They've had did studies on it, but yeah, it will turn black where the carving is, and if you find like a real old forest, you'll see a bunch of really super old, you know, like 100-year-old graffiti, I guess is what it would be. So, trying to, yeah, it's just so. I think this is going to be a neat addition. We are going to do a fall journal, of course, so I think we may end up putting this on there. I do not know. I'm not 100% sure. So I can use my writing tip. Let's see. This side's a little bit harder to see. Not trying to. Mainly, you just really want the outline of it. So this, I don't really see a knots. But I think this might be kind of neat with we put it on mounted on the cover of the journal. So I'm supposed to be doing an Edith Holden cover. I had a request to show beginning quilting, so I am going to do that. I'm going to do the Edith Holden cover, and I'm going to piece it. So, fair warning, I'm a quilter, and I can sew really well with my sewing machine and everything, but I'm not a cutter. I suck at cutting. For some reason, I have the hardest time cutting fabric. So it's definitely one of my, whatever you call it, you know, but, you know, I'll do the best I can, and I've done a few, quilted journal covers. I love the piecing. That's definitely my favorite, I just love the precinct. That it's one thing I've enjoyed, just love about this, our junk journal community, and just doing this is it's been so much fun to do the covers and have, you know, be able to showcase them to you guys. That just really makes me happy. So switch to my writing tip. Try to come in. I turned up a little bit since I'm going to be. Where to start? Right here. Yeah, this powder paper doesn't burn, catch on fire. It will, every now and then you'll see a flame, just a little tiny flame, but yeah, it doesn't. But it works good for, try to connect that right there. Not really, I'm just trying to outline when I come in with my shading tips, I will have the outline. Boy, I'm definitely box is definitely. That's one reason why when I do the kind of show me how to, so this one actually, so this piece right here goes, I'll use a knife, and so I probably will go ahead and just outline those two, because those are like the, sorry, I was thinking about other tips and just looking to, but I thought it'd be fun to show you guys what I'm learning, and like I said, to think out of the box with this, you know, junk journals don't have to be made out of junk, or they're not a junk journal, or all these other rules that the junk journal police talk about. So I'm not much in on all that. So I just want you guys to think out of the box and think, I never thought about using that in a journal, but you know what, that looks neat. Or, I don't think I would like that in a journal, you know. Everyone's different. We all do different work. Like Shell said, she couldn't believe how, you know, the pink journal turned out, because she said I would have just slapped it together and it wouldn't have been nearly as pretty. Because I'm so meticulous, and I take my time with it, and I think, well, if I did this and that would help. So we all have our strong suits and our weak points. So that's the whole point of crafting. No one's the same. That's the best thing about it, I think, is I'm going to do my knife tip here. So I would say, okay, this is right here. Oh, this is this piece right here. See, you don't notice it. You have. That's why I thought it would have been nice to have this. I'll come in and round. But let's see, where was I? Right here. You could kind of see a lines right here. So let me go back down a little bit so I can just make some light lines here. Compare the pictures with it, So that's right here. See, because if you look, this part is bigger right here. It comes out more. So I kind of cut it off a little bit. So I'll come in with the other tip. So if that's this piece right here, that eye, I love it because they look like little eyes when you look at them in real life. So there's the dot. Oh, there's that. There's above the eye. Well, that one has turned out just a little bit more. I want a light, really light. That. Whew. So then these are ripples right here, which would be this one. I've got those two for the most part, but if you look at this one, it comes in about right here. You can kind of see it. One of the problems I had when I was doing this is I blew it up, cropped it. So it is a little bit blurrier than what it would have been original. So and then see how you got these, which is above this right here. See, I thought that one I went out, but I really didn't, so. Yeah, see, that's not a line. Those are little tiny black parts of that one. So, let's see. Sometimes I get lost on exactly where I'm looking at. Right there, that one I did go, but I can show you how to fix that for the most part. So there's this piece, and then right here there's another one that goes right here. So there's the big blob. This is, see, and then that one I But really, that one's a line, really. There we go. And so there's the blob, right here's the base. So, go ahead. This is going to be more of a shadow, so probably. Okay, here's this thing, and if you look, it does go. That's the only thing that's kind of bad about the rotting tip is it is a thinner, thicker tip than your knife tip. There's Q-tips. So let me see where I am here. Okay, there's this part. So these are strips. See that? Yeah. So that would go here. Okay, oh, that's that one, right? Okay. Take that outline a little bit more. And, okay, this piece is this piece right here. And I thought, so this piece keeps going, so let me just outline all the way to the edge of the, like so. This piece is, so that's going to be kind of like the, yeah, so this is this piece right here. Wasn't sure, but you know, it would add more to it with them being there, so, and then this piece is here. Some of it I'll shade. Looks like. So this is not that branch. It's this branch right there. See, it's much easier for me to push than it is to draw it towards myself. So, let's see where I am now. So that's this one. Okay. So, that would be this piece right there. And that is a branch. So, that comes off of it. I do want that there. So, I got my hose, like I said, in my box. It does not sucking as good as it is with out of the box, but it is much quieter than it is with that little box on. I'm still working on it. I'm gonna find the best way to use that hose. I do have a leak over there, so that might be part of the problem. I think the hose might have come apart a little bit because I used my wet and dry vac hose because this one's only so long. So let's see, where am I? This is, where am I? Okay, this is the ridges right here, and that one is this one, so it does go. I want to take off the piece of wood. I know, you know, you see those pictures, you know, the paintings or whatever, and they're divided in two, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of fun to do it this way, and I've had these pieces sitting. for another project that I decided not to do. So they've already been sanded, and they were fit together fairly well. They were made to be together. They're the same size, you know. So, but yeah, that. So okay. So this is this piece right here, right there, or is this? No, this is that piece. Oh no, it wouldn't be, would it? It's this piece. Okay. So it goes there, and then there's. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this back. I'm gonna call that one branch. I'm going to continue this just as a branch. I'm not going to worry about that. Like a little, I'll come in and widen those a little bit. So, come in. That way to kind of thin that branch down just a little bit. There we go. Like that. I think it's taking shape, guys. I really do. I'm excited about it. This one here, there's two different branches. So, okay, there's this that comes down. So this is a branch right here. So let's then. So, and then it goes here, trying to, yeah, like that, like so, come in and, there we go. You can kind of see how it's a knot, or a, come and ran that where I have that little piece. I'll run that. Okay, guys. Sometimes for the angles that are a little bit harder, you know, you use your tube. Try to use your tip and all, you know, parts of it. You got your tip, you know, you can slide it. I've had to use it as a, try to, like that, you know. But see, these are ridges right here, ripples. Like so. There's all different shading techniques. Shell's coming. But yeah, so we're having potato soup. I love potato soup. And right here, doesn't go all the way to this one, but there is a ripple in the wood right there, like so. What's nice about having, you know, making sure having the original pattern, just so you can, you know, reference it. So, oh, well, that part didn't really print very well or whatever, you know. And it looks like, oh, this needs to be here. So, yeah, there's a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, and if you see, there's some lines in there, so we go ahead and just, so like I said, I'm learning. I know, you know, just like with my books and stuff, I don't do things just like everyone else, so, you know. think, let's see, where am I? Really that is this piece right here, because that's a crook in the thing. So let me take that and make sure. There we go. And even though you can see, right here, you got your right here, and that's where I'm gonna go ahead and probably try to I'll make this darker, probably, just so you'll know that there's a branch right there. And then that's this part right here. So that's your nib right here, right green. Yeah, that. Probably go ahead and and then this, I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I kind of know how I'm going to have it. Gonna work a little bit on my cane and start to sand the handle to get it to where it's about the right thickness for but I just didn't feel up to it. Just was hurting way too much today to do it, so definitely gonna work on that this weekend. I have special orders to do for some signs and blenders, so I'm gonna work on those. Got a couple really special ink blenders that I'm gonna be carving for someone very special, so I'm excited about that. Or I've already got them carved, I need to sand them, so I'm excited about that. That's one reason why I'm kind of hoping I won't have to go there tomorrow, just so I can actually stay around the house and try to get some stuff down here. And like I said, I'm not really feeling very good, so I'm really not wanting to run all over. It's a long haul, and I've pretty much my whole career I've driven a lot of miles, and my body is paying the price. So I'm getting very tired of driving all the time, so it's getting harder to have that want to drive so much. And last week I think we had 2 days we had to drive, 2 or 3, so that really takes a toll. Well, we drove Monday, not up to Ophir, so it takes a toll on a person. Kind of getting to where I'm usually work one long day, and then it takes me the rest of the week to kind of get my body to rest up a little bit. And it was a stressful week with little Gracie girl, trying to get that taken care of. Definitely. Well, you take that picture off and it doesn't look nearly like complete, does it, guys? But then the shading happens, and that's really where the magic is. I just figured there's no sense in really having this on there, because it does kind of, it's hard to tell exactly how dark your shading is when you have the stick and burn on it. So it's kind of one reason why I was wanting to take it off. You know, I have the master pattern, so I can look to see how my shading is. It seems so bare when you take it off, but I guess everything seems bare when you take it off. So, you know, fact of it. I do enjoy this. I can put the place where I've been buying, I bought the pyro stuff and pyro paper, this, and I bought a tip or two, you know, when my other pen. They're out of Estes Park, which is on the east slope, the gateway to Rocky Mountain National Park. I'm from the east slope. We live on the west slope. I'm from the east slope originally. So I've been to Estes countless times. So it's nice to do business with, you know, an area that's local, you know, for the most part. So although I think Shell might have their link already in the store. We'll find out. If not, I'll take this. Now it's going to become flimsy just because I've taken piece off of it that was holding it together. You can always take a piece of masking tape and put it right there. But I'm not really worried about it. I don't think it's a big deal. Isn't that amazing how bare it looks now? So, okay. Shading. Come in and do have my... I'll change my tip in a minute. Yeah, I know I mentioned it, I'm pretty sure. The one reason why I chose a professional one like this, wood burner, is because with especially well, it's nice because you can change the tips in a matter of seconds, and that is nice. It really is nice to be able to do that. When you have the other solid tips, the solid, the ones with you know, the ones you buy at Hobby Lobby or whatever, pens, is they take longer to warm up, but they also take a long time to actually cool off. When you have animals, you know, you don't want to ever run that risk of you know, you kind of want it to be done quickly and not to cool down. So it's a matter of seconds. It's probably actually cooled off already. So trying to pay attention to exactly where I am on this. I'll probably do, I bought some nice long eyelets for the signs and stuff, and they're copper, I believe, So when I'm done, I'll drill the holes in it and put eyelets in the holes to mount it. It just makes it a lot easier. Turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and put have a few different shading tips. I have the one I used on my cane, and well, two of them I used on the cane, but also I think it would just be easier to do that than yeah, if this was a solid tip one, it would not be, you could not touch it for quite a while. I do want to find new screws. These are obviously Phillips screws, but I would like to see if I could find Allen pattern screws. I think it would be a little bit easier to tighten. You know, I try to find things whenever I do any wood burning or anything that makes things a little bit easier for me to do. So probably turn up just a little tiny bit. And with this, the spoon tip, you can actually, you know, you can use it to go around curves on the edge of it. The tip of it, you can kind of manipulate it a little bit easier. And if you do it on the side, you can kind of follow your lines a little bit. And I probably could have, you know, so I turn my see, okay, gotta look at the pictures. Where am I? Oh, okay, so this is this one right here. So we need, and you can see the very bottom of it is dark. So that actually is coming around here. Hot enough, but you can kind of see it in the picture. So we know that that's the case. Then this section here is going to be sunk in more than. Gotta turn the pin a little bit easier to. Turn up just a little bit more. Oh, that's right. So this part definitely will make it a little darker. Really been enjoying doing the wood burning. You know, when I was a kid, I used to love it. But, you know, like they say, the older you get, the bigger the toys, so it's been nice to be able to get one like this. And in the grand scheme of things, it probably really isn't a whole bunch of money. They both last quite a while. Go ahead, I'm come in, do some really light lines in there like that. Because I need to take it. Make it look a little bit. Still see the ripples in there, so it just amazes me how the shadow does. So this is really a dark, and it'll be darker on the edges. Just a little bit. This is a complete circle. Okay, that's this one right here. So we know that the end of the stuff is right there. And so we know this part is be a little bit browner there. Yeah, what's neat that this, they have a make your own tip kit for these pins. So eventually I probably will do that, just maybe make it easier on myself. And have a light touch around it. To let it be such a sharp okay, see in here, look how dark. So this line right here is a ridge right there, right here. So I'm going to come in, I think, and make it a little bit thicker right here. Nice. Kinda. Because that's this piece right here. And this piece needs to be right here, needs to be pretty brown. So separate it. The tree. But, okay, so I've got this right here. And this is another ridge to this one. Okay, but here's this. Okay, so right here, apparently, let's see, this is this section right there. So let me go, come under here, try to, like so, maybe define it just a little bit more. And come in. So this is your main subject right here. I mean, just a little bit here. Your tip is
What's your time?
I'm actually at an hour, so
That's pretty cool. What do you think?
I like it. Yeah. Well, guys, I probably should let you go. I know it's been right at an hour. I know I didn't get tons done. I don't know if I'll do the rest on another video. It's up to Shell if she wants me to. I can. I mean, so how about I do that? I'm going to let you guys go. I'll be right back, and we'll do another video, and I'll just keep going on it. And, so, okay. Guys, please give the video a thumbs up, and please hit the subscribe button. Thank you again for being part of our YouTube family. We truly love you guys. It just means everything to us that you take time out of your day to watch us, and it does. It truly means everything. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for visiting, everyone's. Tutzines. We'll talk to you later. Bye.